So here's all the non-car builds of 2020. Figured I'd do it separate because that car build video was getting really long. So this has everything from dioramas, planes, military ships, a little bit of everything. So let's go to see what I did for the year. First on the list is the diorama for the racetrack. This one is just pretty much the base. I did the base with plaster and model train ballast. That's what the lighter parts are. You mix it together and you smooth it out. Then when you sand it, the ballast is actually kind of like a plastic. And this is air, DOS clay, some static grass, some gravel, and then I painted it all up to make it look like a racing scene. Did it on a slope. Did it for these two cars, but I also did it to scale in the other sizes. And behind them is one of my ship builds. I actually did all the rigging. It was a very basic kit. Not much to it. A lot of people actually said it's a piece of shit kit, but I thought I made it look pretty darn good. Enjoyed building it too. So this was the one that I was actually on. Can't remember the name, don't really care. For the buddy build, the eggplane build, this is what I end up building. Very fun build. I actually got quite a few kits sitting there waiting for the eggplane build, group build to come this year. So, add that. And we'll go to this one next. This is the Ming group build. This was actually the one I did. There is an LED in here so it lights up. I was really happy with the way the weathering turned out on this one. Did a lot of washes, did some free hand airbrushing, did some chipping effect. I used some inks, used inks mixed with future. Ended up doing a lot of rusting and chipping and streaking and everything like that on it. Really turned out good. I'm really happy with the way that worked out. This one, I'm going to say it's done, but I still want to put wires on it. This was the Airfix James Bond Little Nelly, and that's what this goes to. This is actually, if you didn't have him in there, you would have this, and it'll actually hold the prop or the propeller up. I practiced on a lot of figures before I weathered him. I'm pretty happy with the way he actually turned out. Took my time and did that. Turned out really good. The decals were, you had to do some, take your time to get those just right. Actually worked out pretty well. Really happy with the way that one worked out. I'm gonna have to move here a little bit. This one is the alley diorama. I do show this one quite a lot, so I don't have to show it too much now. But that was done this year. We have the James Bond actual figure. I believe this was a Mobius kit. This was the first figure I did. Make sure you do a lot of sanding on them. Turned out great. Did some static grass. Really like the static grass. If you guys haven't sold or can't tell yet. Then I did the Grim Reaper. He's probably my favorite scary monster, creature, folklore, whatever you want to call it. It's a brown static grass on him. Did a lot of weathering. Gave him some. His cloak made it dirty at the bottom. Dirty on there. He's been real busy collecting souls. He's in the graveyard. This is the Allison turboprop engine. This one is actually the one that I get the most views on. Almost about every, I guess you'd do it a month or every 28th 8-day period. This one's always top of the charts on my views. Everything actually opens up. It does not spin. I was going to make it spin, but decided not to. But everything opens up. I actually detailed it. I wanted to make it look like a real motor. The orange plastic and blue plastic and all that just was not. I wanted to look up. These do move though. They still spin. Did a lot of dry brushing on this. A lot of craft acrylics actually went into that. It's a fun kit if you guys have any interest in motors and engineering. That kit's really worth it now that it's back. Did my stone hood and crooks. This was always a figure I really liked. Got the big cartoon motor. Got the fires coming out of the exhaust. Got his hand up there in the shifter. I did this in a color shift. It's been sitting out, so it's pretty dusty. And I did this guy with the Bandai build. I got another one ready, waiting. It won't be like a cutie one, it'll actually be the full blown out version. And then last but not least, I did this plane for the Elwood Appreciation Group build. I did static grass and made it look like it was landing in the grassy fields like they did back then. I was really happy with the way that turned out. Did hand airbrushing and everything. So that is everything that I have done in 2020, all in 2 videos. If there's anything that you see that you actually like, that you want to see more detail, just please go back and go through my library and you will actually see everything there is. So I hope that everybody else does a little review on all the builds they have done. It's great to see them. So until next time, you guys have a great one. Bye.